you're doing fine. I'm Rachna and I will be sharing the top 10 things most Indian NRIs miss in Canada or a new country. As a new immigrant, we move in a new country almost empty handed. By empty handed, I don't mean that it's only about money. Of course, this place is 50 times expensive, but what I mean is we leave so many things behind that initially we might not realize those, but as and when time passes, you start feeling that emptiness in your heart. It's some people call it depression, but some people just don't realize what we are missing. So this video is devoted to all those things that most of the people miss, and if we can conquer those things in our lives in Canada, I think it would be a better place to live in. Of course, the first thing is 4 F's: the family, friends, food, and festivals. There's no replacement for family for sure, but food, yeah, I mean, you miss every kind of food here: the street food, the highway food, the homemade food, and every kind of food. India is rich with a lot of flavors and a lot of varieties. Festivals, we do celebrate festivals here, but they're of course not in comparison to what we used to celebrate in our home countries. The reason could be that the Indian community is just a bunch here. That most of the people miss here is mates. Of course, as a new immigrant, we are also paid at a very basic salary. Not most of us, not everybody, of course. The basic rate here in BC is 12.65 and per hour. And if we try to keep a maid, the basic salary will go to her or him as well. So that's maybe that's the reason that it's unaffordable to keep a maid here. The third thing that most people miss here are their cars. Yeah, I mean, if you've driven cars all your life back in India, initially it's a little bit of problem. The problem is it's not that it's not affordable. It is affordable, but the insurance is too high and getting a driving license is a challenge. So initially this can be a problem for some of us. The fourth thing is personal and professional networks. Of course, we spent a lot of time in India making those networks, and it's again not a complaint, but yeah, it takes a little bit of time to get into that mode again where you can make your social and personal and professional network. Thing that I miss here is the warmth of people. It's majorly because it's a multicultural environment, it's a cosmopolitan world here, and it's difficult to find people with your similar likes. Sixth thing is neighborhood shop. In India, you could walk maximum of a 500 meter to 1 kilometer to find a nearby shop. Maybe it could be a convenience store, but here the shops are located in malls, and malls are a little away from the housing societies. So and carrying stuffs from the malls to the home in a public transport sometimes is a problem. Next thing is crowd. Yeah, I mean, how do I explain that? In India, we were born in a country which was like very populated, so there was crowd everywhere. But here, when you walk from your bus stop to your house or a SkyTrain to your house, you'll hardly see any people. Initially, you feel as if you are the only one walking on the road, and you might feel a little different. But as and when time passes, you get used to it, and then you start loving it as if you own the place. The next thing is local shopping and bargaining. Being a girl, ask me how much I loved shopping at the local markets, and bargaining was so much of fun. I still miss more those Janpad and GK days when we used to go with my friends and we used to shop and bargain to like half of what the shopkeeper was saying. Here the culture is not the same. You basically shop from malls, and most of the things are branded, so there is no concept of bargaining I've seen here. The next thing would be social life. Again, no cribbing. It's because, as I mentioned, you don't have a lot of friends here, so initially social circle can be a little bit of problem, but as and when time passes, you definitely meet a lot of like-minded people, be it Indians, be it from any other world. And when you make a social circle, of course you can go and party. I was a party person in Delhi, so I know what it feels when you do not have a social life in the beginning, but as and when time passes, things get better for sure. The last thing is autos and rickshaws. Having said that, I mean, they created a lot of nuisance when we were in India, and how much we hated them when we were driving. But now, you know, the public transport is good here. I mean, after almost 15 minutes or 30 minutes, there is a bus. But sometimes you feel, you know, when you are in a hurry, and if you miss one bus, so you are like 15 to 30 minutes late, and then you feel that there should be an auto or rickshaw to at least take you to a SkyTrain. SkyTrain is faster. It's like metro in India. So, but yeah, I mean, I do miss them at times, because when it's raining, when it's snowing, you don't feel like walking, and sometimes you don't even feel like walking, just like that. And that's about it. I think I've covered most of the points which most Indian people feel when they are in a new country. But having said that, it is not actually about complaining. It's about adjusting to a new culture, and it's about having a positive outlook about life. Some things, of course, they are irreplaceable, but most of the things can be dealt with. I hope you like this video. If you like this video, you can press the thumbs up button, so that I know I am doing a good job by sharing my views and opinions about a new place, and I'm sure it will help a few people who are planning to move abroad. Thank you so much.